All right, we have a first in the Capitol riots investigation today. A Florida man is the first person to begin a prison sentence after being found guilty of crimes committed during the insurrection. Our chief investigative reporter, Eric Flack, is here to break down the significance of this because, Flack, more than 8 months after the storming of the Capitol, this is a big deal, yeah?
It is. It's sort of a landmark moment in this entire journey we've been on, Zoe. We know that there are still about 36 Capitol riot defendants detained at the D.C. jail before their trial after being denied bond for various reasons. But Paul Hodgkins is the first person to plead guilty who walked through the doors of a federal prison to start serving a formal sentence for what happened on January 6th. Paul Hodgkins now serving an 8-month prison sentence for obstruction of justice. The Florida man, inmate 30165-509 at the Federal Detention Center in Miami. Hodgkins pled guilty in July as part of a plea deal with the government, the judge sentencing him to 8 months behind bars for storming the Senate floor January 6th, where earlier senators were attempting to certify the election of President Biden. That 8-month prison sentence is far lighter than the year and a half the Department of Justice had asked for. Still last week, Hodgkins and his new attorney made a last-ditch effort to put off reporting to prison as they try to get his sentence reduced even more by claiming his former attorney, the one who was by his side when he pled guilty, was an ineffective lawyer. One of the only arguments Hodgkins has left to make under the terms of his guilty plea, in which he admitted to the crime of obstruction and signed paperwork understanding it would be up to the judge to sentence him. That judge denying the motion to delay the start of Hodgkins' sentence, ordering him to report to prison, as he agreed to. Even from behind bars, Hodgkins will continue his fight to get his sentence reduced. But Zoe, based on what that judge had to say at the hearing last week, that effort seems like a long shot.
Yeah, and Flack, this is also fascinating. Even as Paul Hodgkins is reporting to jail, we know that more people are still being arrested, accused of being tied to that insurrection.
8 months later, the number of arrests now well over 600. The latest, a Kansas man. The Department of Justice announced today 37-year-old Michael Eckerman of Wichita now facing a list of criminal charges, including assaulting police. According to court documents, Eckerman pushed his way to the front of a crowd outside the crypt of the U.S. Capitol, yelled at officers, even pushed one down a small set of stairs, allowing rioters to move farther inside. That officer sprayed with a fire extinguisher by an unknown assailant while he was down, according to the DOJ. Eckerman, now one of at least 185 people charged with assaulting or impeding law enforcement. Zoe, this investigation remains ongoing.
Oh yeah, that is clear. Flack, thank you.